So right now we're competing or training for our first races. We're actually racing every single weekend between now and the Olympics. So it's all about getting that race speed going, trying to figure out ways to improve, and then that's the best way to get the confidence rolling and get ready for the games.
Well, I started off as an athlete at 5 years old and was actually hoping to go to the Olympic Games on a softball scholarship and to college and hopefully continue my able-bodied athletic career when I broke my back in a snowboarding accident. I over-rotated a backflip and ended up breaking my back on a rock that was underneath the snow. I thought my athletic career was over. I certainly had no idea that I could compete for Team USA or at a Paralympic level, but sure enough, we've come a long way as a country for offering opportunities for people with disabilities. And I shortly after my injury learned about the possibilities for people with disabilities. I ended up going on to play in the Beijing Games in 2008 for wheelchair basketball. And then I was lucky enough to get back on the mountain. In 2010, I competed for the U.S. Paralympic Alpine Ski Team, won 2 golds, a silver, and a bronze there. And I've continued to compete ever since. And one of the tie-ins here with Team Toyota is their mobility program. One of the things that got me back into life was being able to be mobile again and find that freedom and really just breathe hard and sweat and get my heart rate going. And Toyota really believes that that's a very positive part of living a full life. And I'm happy to promote that message and also continue to compete.
We're really lucky to be able to compete and be able to be ski racers. I mean, for us to be able to follow our dreams since we were little kids. I grew up in Park City and skiing was my life. And to be able to do that as a job is pretty awesome. And to be able to share that with that next generation is so much fun. And that's one of the cool things with Toyota is they're all about continually getting better and pushing our limits. And that's what we have to do as athletes too. I mean, if we stay stagnant and just don't try to improve, we're not going to be close to being the best in the world. So, we're always trying to figure out ways to get better, and that's a really fun challenge.
Well, it's tough because there's so many people on Team Toyota. I will tell you, well, primarily the sponsor of Team USA, but we have these 2 athletes and Ashley Wagner, Chloe Kim, Amy Purdy, to name a few. But it's more than that. It's Team USA, and we're really proud to sponsor U.S. ski and snowboarding and U.S. speed skating, U.S. figure skating, as well as USA hockey, and then 6 different of the national governing boards on the Paralympic sports. So it's a large group of who we're sponsoring, and like they both said, it's great to be with athletes and a team of people who just simply want to continue to get better, because that's what Toyota wants to do, is just to continue to get better as a company, and then now as a mobility company to provide services and devices that we think can help people really have freedom of movement for the rest of their lives. First of all, that's the category that Toyota became the sponsor of through the IOC, International Olympic Committee, as well as the International Paralympic Committee. So that's the title. What it means for the company is we're expanding our company, or we're expanding our brand from automotive to mobility devices, and we're working on up to almost 20 different kinds of devices for people, because ultimately we're becoming, instead of Toyota the automotive company, but Toyota the human movement company. And I think it's critical to kind of put our money where our mouth is, to say is that transportation is changing, mobility is needed, but mobility is needed for all and leaving nobody behind. And that's what we're committed to, and I appreciate bringing up that with the mobility company. But it's also one thing I want to just introduce is it's why we call our marketing campaign around this called Start Your Impossible, because many people don't necessarily think things are possible, and having accidents and coming back, or training from young to be a gold medalist. We want to be a part of those impossible beginnings, but we have to start somewhere, and that's what we're doing with our athletes, Team USA, and these 2 wonderful people.
Yeah, absolutely. Toyota.com. You can find myself and Ted's profile as well as the rest of Team Toyota. You can also go to mobilityforall.com to learn more about their mobility program. And go USA. Cheer us on.
Check it out.
Thanks.